Hi, welcome to Verse of the Day. My name is Brandon Hathaway, preacher at the Westside Church of Christ in Owensboro, Kentucky. I want to thank you for joining me today as we open up the Bible and study the Word of God. Today we're in Matthew chapter 14. Matthew 14, going to start in verse 6 and work our way through verse 11 here as it explains to us what happened to John the Baptist. And so as we take time to look at this, here, of course, his birthday is coming up as it brings out here in verse 6. And he has John the Baptist in prison. His brother's wife is Herodias. She does not like what John has to say, but Herod doesn't do anything to John until this point. So let's read what it says. It says in verse 6, it says, "But when Herod's birthday came, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod, so much that he promised with an oath to give her whatever she asked. Having been prompted by her mother, she said, 'Give me here on a platter the head of John the Baptist.' Although he was grieved, the king commanded it to be given because of his oath and because of his dinner guest. He sent and had John beheaded in prison, and his head was brought on a platter and given to the girl, and she brought it to her mother." So a few things I think can be brought out in these verses. One is, again, we need to be careful what we promise somebody, because as he spoke, he was upset on what request she ended up making. He didn't want, you can see here that he didn't desire to do this, but went ahead through it because, one, he made an oath. Two, what would his guests think of him if he did not keep his word, right? Another point to be brought out here is what lusting can cause us to do. That's what took place here, is that Herodias' daughter danced before them, pleased them, and so they were pleased so well that he promised basically anything that she wanted to ask for, and she would have it. It can cause men and women, anyone, to do some great harm and great sin. And so we need to make sure we keep our mind pure, and in a very immoral world that is just continuously immodest, that we have to control our mindset and control our eyes and not get caught up in lust. And a third point I thought as reading through this morning is, again, we have a lot of verses that bring out the point of obeying our parents and parents teaching their children, and there's a lot to be brought out about that. But there's also examples of parents when they do it wrong. Children need to see that, and they need to be, as we get old enough, we need to break that chain and seek out the truth, seek out God. Here the daughter asks the mother, "What should I ask for?" Well, you have your daughter go forth and ask for a man to be killed. And so it's just, again, another sad situation to use your children for revenge, to get back at somebody, to do great harm to somebody else. And so, anyways, these are some of the things that came to my mind this morning reading throughout Matthew chapter 14. So I want to thank you for joining me. I hope everybody has a blessed day today, and if the Lord is willing, I'll talk to you later.